Yaga yo! Today I'm going to be talking Sterling and the whole situation or the debacle surrounding that whole his Liverpool career and the fact that he wants to move and the fact that he's not signing a contract and the fact that his agent's a bit of a prick and the fact that apparently he's coming out and saying he won't even sign for 900,000 a week and apparently Chelsea are in for him now and City have bid for him 25 million but Liverpool value him at 50 million. Every summer there's a big transfer news, isn't it? There's one big one. Sterling's probably going to... actually, De Gea, but I'll stick with Sterling for the moment. I'll do another video on De Gea. But what is happening? Sterling, he's 20 years old. He's just been offered £100,000 a week. And he's rejected it. Like, okay, I understand in football, in the football economy, you are due, a portion of what you represent and what your club represents and what you're giving to your club at any particular time. But I can't see how Sterling can value himself anything more than £100,000 a week at the moment. And if he does, where else is he going to go? He's just had the worst advice I have ever heard from any agent. This guy, AD Ward. He's got like these young English players. He's got players like Berahino. He's got players like Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's basically buying up all these young English talent. And he's obvious he doesn't care about them. He obviously doesn't care about them. Because Sterling, at least if he stayed at Liverpool, he's guaranteed playing time. I know you can talk about people's like you want to play in the Champions League. Fair enough. I can understand that. I really can, because he had a taste of it last year. But at the same time, don't you think it's partly his responsibility to do his best for his club and get them pushing for places? Don't get me wrong, Sterling had a sterling season last year. But this season, he's been hot and cold, mostly cold. He hasn't looked like he wants to play. Since this whole rumour started to come out that he was looking to leave the club back in February, his form has been bad. Not atrocious, but like pretty bad for someone of Sterling's ability. He hasn't really dragged Liverpool up. He hasn't like done anything for them. It looks like he's just playing, just for the sake of playing, rather than actually try his best, thinking that I'm going to get this club into the Champions League because I want to play Champions League, or rather, I don't really care. I'm just going to leave this club at the end of the season, so it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if I try my best anymore, which is basically what it looked like to me. So it started going badly from there. So it's partly he's got to take responsibility for that. Being one of the better players at Liverpool, one of the best players there in that squad, even at his young age, he's got to take more responsibility, even at 20 years old. And then he's saying, I want to go and play Champions League. It's like, well, you were in the Champions League, but you were part of the squad that didn't get to the Champions League. Like, it goes both ways. And anyone that comes out as well and does an interview saying, I'm not greedy, I turned down 100 grand, but it's not the money. I want to play, I just want to go on to bigger, better things. That makes you look out to be exactly what you're saying you're not. You come out and I'm saying, oh man, I turned down 100,000 a week, but I didn't want the money. I didn't need the money. I just I want to go on to better things. It makes you sound like you really did want the money. You wanted more money than 100 grand a week. And that portrays you to be greedy in whatever light you want to try and shine on it. Whatever light you want to try and shine on that, you look out to be greedy. So Sterling, be careful what you wish for. I'm not even gone into where I think you're going, because apparently Chelsea are in for you now. Apparently, but they don't want to pay the £50 million, which is 50 mil is a lot of money as well. Man City paid 25 up to 30 and add-ons. I reckon he's worth about 40, I'd say. But Sterling's worth about 40 million. And he could go on, and he's not going anywhere abroad. He's not going Real Madrid. He's not going Bayern Munich. He's not going Barcelona, because he wouldn't play in any of those teams. He wouldn't get into the first 11. He'd push it, but there's no point. He'd just get loaned out somewhere. So I don't know where he thinks he's going to go, where he's going to be automatic starter for first 11. Because I tell you what, in Mourinho's team, he wouldn't be an automatic starter unless he started working on his defensive work. Because Mourinho doesn't allow players to just walk by in a game. Look at Juan Mata. He got shifted. David Luiz shifted. He wouldn't, even at Man City's squad, would he play every single game? He'd probably play more games at City squad than at Chelsea. But even at City, they've got a lot of attacking flair there. They'd probably have to get rid of a few players for him to fit in. But City's the most obvious option for me. But Sterling, all I'm going to say is be careful what you wish for, bro. Because you might leave now and then realise the grass isn't always greener. But anyway, that's my take on the Sterling situation. If you've got any comments, if you want to let me know your opinion, jot it down below, guys. And as always, thanks for liking and watching the video. And hit that sub button before you leave. Fano saying peace.